lying awake at 3 a.m. again, tossing and turning night after night, you're not just getting older, you're unknowingly sabotaging your sleep with habits that seemed harmless for decades. After 60, your body's sleep machinery changes dramatically. Your brain produces 50% less melatonin than it did in your 30s, and your internal clock becomes fragile. But 99% of seniors don't realize that simple evening choices, things you do every single day, are destroying their sleep quality and stealing their energy. New research reveals that specific evening habits don't just make it harder to fall asleep, they can fragment your sleep so badly that you wake up more exhausted than when you went to bed. In this video, we're exposing the 8 worst evening habits that are ruining your sleep after 60, ranked from least to most damaging. Stick around until the end because habit number 1 is practiced by 87% of seniors and increases middle-of-the-night wake-ups by 340%. This single habit also blocks the deep sleep your brain needs to clear toxins and form memories. But before we begin, quick question. How many hours of sleep do you actually get each night? Drop your answer in the comments. We're reading and replying to each one. Now, let's dive into habit number 8, a seemingly innocent evening routine that's quietly stealing your sleep. Eating dinner after 7 p.m. For decades, you probably ate whenever it was convenient. After work, after activities, sometimes as late as 8 or 9 p.m. But after 60, your digestive system slows down significantly, and late evening meals become a major sleep disruptor. Heavy meals right before bed can cause indigestion that makes it hard to fall asleep, but the problem goes deeper than just feeling full. When you eat within 3 hours of bedtime, your body temperature rises as your metabolism works to digest the food. This directly conflicts with your natural sleep drive, which depends on your core body temperature dropping in the evening. A 2023 study in the Journal of Clinical Medicine followed 850 adults over 65 and found that those who ate dinner after 7 p.m. took 43% longer to fall asleep and had 28% more nighttime awakenings compared to those who finished eating by 6 p.m. The issue becomes worse with age because your digestive enzymes decrease and food stays in your stomach longer. That chicken dinner at 8 p.m. could still be digesting when you're trying to sleep at 10 p.m., creating internal heat and discomfort that keeps your nervous system alert. Plus, lying flat with food in your stomach increases the risk of acid reflux, which can wake you up with burning chest pain or a sour taste in your mouth. To protect your sleep, aim to finish eating at least 3 hours before bedtime. If you must eat something late, keep it light. A small piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or a cup of herbal tea. Your body will thank you with deeper, more restful sleep. Habit number 7, keeping your bedroom too warm. Most seniors love being cozy and warm, especially as circulation decreases with age. But sleeping in a warm room, anything above 68 degrees, can seriously disrupt your sleep architecture. It's recommended that older adults maintain a sleep-friendly sleep space that is dark, quiet, and cool, 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, to promote healthy sleep. Your body naturally drops its core temperature by 2 to 3 degrees as you prepare for sleep. This temperature drop signals your brain to release melatonin and initiate the sleep process. When your bedroom is too warm, it prevents this natural cooling and keeps your brain in a more alert state. A 2022 study published in Sleep Health monitored the sleep of 750 seniors and found that those sleeping in rooms above 70 degrees Fahrenheit had 35% more restless sleep and spent 23% less time in deep sleep compared to those in cooler rooms. The problem compounds because seniors often experience hot flashes, night sweats, and medication side effects that already make temperature regulation challenging. Adding a warm bedroom to the mix creates a perfect storm for sleep disruption. You might fall asleep initially, but your body will struggle to maintain the cool temperature needed for deep, restorative sleep phases. Many seniors worry about being cold, but the solution isn't heating the whole room. It's using breathable bedding and sleepwear that you can adjust as needed. Keep your bedroom between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Use lightweight blankets you can layer, and consider moisture-wicking sheets. This simple change could transform your sleep quality within a week. Habit number 6. Using electronic devices in bed. Whether it's watching TV, checking your phone, or using a tablet to read, screens in the bedroom have become second nature for millions of seniors. But blue light at night suppresses melatonin for about twice as long as green light and shifts circadian rhythms by twice as much, making this habit particularly damaging after 60. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, TVs, and even LED reading lights tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Exposure to blue light before bed can confuse your body's natural sleep cycle and cause trouble with falling and staying asleep. For seniors, whose melatonin production is already declining, this artificial light exposure can be devastating to sleep quality. The National Institute on Aging specifically recommends avoiding television, computers, cell phones, or tablets in the bedroom. Research from Harvard Medical School found that people who used electronic devices for 2 hours before bed took 67% longer to fall asleep and experienced significantly less REM sleep, the stage crucial for memory consolidation and emotional processing. The damage isn't just from the light. The mental stimulation from scrolling social media, watching exciting TV shows, or even reading news keeps your brain active when it should be winding down. Your bedroom becomes associated with alertness rather than rest, breaking the psychological connection between your bed and sleep. Experts recommend avoiding screens 2 to 3 hours before you want to fall asleep. If you must use devices in the evening, use blue light filters, keep them at least 18 inches from your face, and never use them once you're in bed. Make your bedroom a device-free sanctuary and watch your sleep improve dramatically. Habit number 5. Drinking alcohol as a sleep aid. Many seniors have a nightly glass of wine or cocktail, believing it helps them relax and fall asleep faster. While alcohol might initially make you drowsy, having a couple of drinks at night can negatively affect your sleep and hormone levels, cause or increase the symptoms of sleep apnea, snoring, and disrupted sleep patterns, and change nighttime melatonin production. Here's what really happens when you drink alcohol before bed. You might fall asleep faster, but alcohol fragments your sleep throughout the night. As your body metabolizes the alcohol, which takes about 1 hour per drink, you experience what's called rebound wakefulness. Your nervous system, which was initially depressed by the alcohol, becomes hyperactive, causing frequent awakenings and lighter sleep. A 2021 study in sleep medicine followed 1,200 adults over 60 and found that those who regularly consumed alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime experienced 45% more nighttime awakenings and 38% less restorative deep sleep. They also had increased incidence of sleep apnea episodes, which can be dangerous for heart health and brain function. For seniors, alcohol's sleep disruption is even more problematic because it interferes with the already fragile sleep architecture of aging. You might not remember waking up multiple times, but your brain and body do, leaving you exhausted and foggy the next day. Alcohol also dehydrates you, leading to midnight bathroom trips that further interrupt sleep. If you enjoy a drink, have it with dinner, at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to metabolize the alcohol before sleep time. Your sleep quality will improve significantly, and you'll wake up more refreshed and alert. Habit number 4. Consuming caffeine after 2 p.m. Coffee, tea, chocolate, and even some medications contain caffeine that can wreak havoc on senior sleep. Experts recommend avoiding stimulants such as caffeine for at least 3 or 4 hours before bed, and caffeine can take 6 to 8 hours to wear off completely. But for seniors, the impact can last even longer. As you age, your body processes caffeine much more slowly. The half-life of caffeine, the time it takes for half of it to leave your system, increases from 4 to 5 hours in young adults to 7 to 9 hours in seniors. This means that afternoon coffee at 3 p.m. could still be affecting your sleep at 11 p.m. If you're taking a caffeine supplement, don't take it within 13 hours of bedtime. A 2024 study published in Sleep Research tracked 650 seniors and found that those who consumed caffeine after 2 p.m. took 52% longer to fall asleep, had 31% more nighttime awakenings, and reported feeling 40% less refreshed in the morning. The researchers noted that many participants didn't realize their afternoon caffeine was the culprit behind their sleep problems. The hidden sources of caffeine make this habit even more dangerous. Many seniors don't realize that chocolate, decaf coffee, which still contains some caffeine, certain pain medications, and even some herbal teas contain caffeine. That piece of dark chocolate after dinner or that relaxing cup of green tea could be sabotaging your sleep. Hidden caffeine is everywhere. Chocolate cake, ice cream, some sodas, and even certain vitamins. Check labels carefully and switch to caffeine-free alternatives after lunch. If you find yourself craving a cup of coffee in the late afternoon or evening, stick with decaffeinated coffee. Your sleep and your energy the next day will improve dramatically. Habit number 3, going to bed and waking up at different times each night. Retirement often brings freedom from rigid schedules, and many seniors embrace the flexibility. But going to bed at different times each night can cause insomnia and change your sleep patterns. Your circadian rhythm, your internal clock, craves consistency, especially as you age. Circadian rhythms become weaker and less responsive to external stimuli with advancing age. When you go to bed at 9 p.m. one night, 11 p.m. the next, and 10:30 p.m. the following night, you're constantly disrupting this delicate timing system. Your brain never knows when to start producing melatonin or when to initiate the sleep process. A groundbreaking 2023 study in Nature Medicine followed 2,400 seniors for 2 years and found that those with irregular sleep schedules, varying by more than 1 hour nightly, had a 67% higher risk of developing chronic insomnia and were 2.3 times more likely to experience depression and anxiety. Their immune systems were also significantly weaker, making them more susceptible to infections and slower to recover from illness. The problem extends beyond just sleep quality. Irregular sleep patterns disrupt your body's entire hormonal system. Cortisol, insulin, growth hormone, and other essential chemicals that regulate everything from appetite to healing get thrown off schedule. You might notice increased hunger, slower wound healing, mood swings, and cognitive problems, all from inconsistent sleep timing. The National Institute on Aging specifically recommends following a regular schedule by going to sleep and getting up at the same time each day, even on weekends or when traveling. Pick a bedtime and wake time that works for your natural rhythm and stick to it within 30 minutes, 7 days a week. Your body will reward you with deeper sleep and better daytime energy. Habit number 2, taking long naps or napping after 3 p.m. Napping seems like a natural solution when you're tired, especially for seniors dealing with age-related fatigue. While short power naps can be beneficial, taking long or irregular naps during the day can negatively affect your nighttime sleep. The key is timing and duration. Get either wrong, and you'll sabotage your nighttime rest. The National Institute on Aging recommends avoiding napping in the late afternoon or evening. When you nap after 3 p.m., you reduce your sleep pressure, the natural tiredness that builds throughout the day and helps you fall asleep at bedtime. Sleeping in the daytime can confuse your internal clock, meaning that you struggle to fall asleep at your regular bedtime. A 2022 study in the Journal of Sleep Research monitored 900 seniors and found that those who napped for longer than 30 minutes or napped after 3 p.m. took 89% longer to fall asleep at night and experienced 45% more nighttime awakenings. Most concerning, they showed signs of sleep inertia, grogginess, and confusion upon waking that can last for hours and increase fall risk. Long naps also interfere with deep sleep at night. When you nap for 60 to 90 minutes, you complete a full sleep cycle including deep sleep stages. This uses up some of your body's deep sleep need, leaving less available for nighttime when your body does its most important repair and detoxification work. Keep napping to a minimum, as naps that are too long or frequent could interrupt your nighttime sleep. If you must nap, limit it to 20 to 30 minutes and never after 2 p.m. Set an alarm to prevent oversleeping and nap in a chair rather than your bed to avoid deep sleep stages. This way, you can get a refreshing boost without stealing from tonight's sleep. Before we continue, if you're finding this information helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss more science-backed tips that can transform your health after 60. Number 1. Using bright overhead lighting in the evening. This is the most damaging evening habit that 87% of seniors practice without realizing the consequences. Even dim light can interfere with a person's circadian rhythm and melatonin secretion as little as 8 lux, a level exceeded by most table lamps and about twice that of a nightlight. Most homes use overhead LED lights that emit intense blue-white light, the same wavelength that signals daytime to your brain. When you're exposed to this bright lighting after sunset, your brain suppresses melatonin production and remains in an alert, wakeful state. As people age, the body secretes less melatonin naturally, which normally helps promote sleep by coordinating circadian rhythms. Adding bright artificial light creates a devastating 1-2 punch against your sleep system. A landmark 2023 study published in Nature Communications tracked 1,800 seniors using light sensors and sleep monitors. Those exposed to bright indoor lighting, over 100 lux, after 8 p.m. experienced a 340% increase in middle-of-the-night awakenings and took 78% longer to fall asleep. Their deep sleep, the stage when your brain clears toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease, was reduced by 56%. The damage goes beyond just sleep disruption. Research shows that light exposure at night may contribute to the causation of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. For seniors already at higher risk for these conditions, evening light exposure becomes a serious health threat. The solution isn't living in darkness, but using circadian lighting, dimmer, warmer lights that don't disrupt your sleep hormones. Switch to lamps with warm LED bulbs, 2,700 Kelvin or lower. After sunset, use dimmer switches and consider red-tinted bulbs for late evening activities. Many older people have insufficient exposure to daylight, averaging around 1 hour each day, so get plenty of bright light in the morning and early afternoon to strengthen your circadian rhythm. Replace overhead lighting with soft table lamps. Use night lights with red or amber bulbs and dim all lights starting 2 hours before bedtime. This simple change could be the difference between lying awake frustrated and sleeping peacefully through the night. There you have it, the 8 evening habits that are stealing your sleep after 60. From late dinners and warm bedrooms to bright lights and inconsistent schedules, these seemingly innocent choices add up to create a perfect storm of sleep disruption. But here's the encouraging news. Every single one of these habits can be changed, and the improvements can start tonight. Sleep isn't a luxury after 60. It's essential medicine for your brain, your immune system, your heart, and your longevity. Sleep difficulty is an annoying problem, and chronic insomnia is a major cause of auto accidents and depression. But when you get the quality sleep your body needs, you'll wake up with more energy, sharper thinking, better mood, and stronger immunity. Which of these 8 habits surprised you the most? Are you guilty of any of them? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read and reply to every single one. And if you want more evidence-based health tips that actually work for seniors, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your best sleep and your best health might be just one habit change away. Remember, you don't have to accept restless nights as part of aging. Small changes in your evening routine can lead to transformational improvements in your sleep quality and overall health. Sweet dreams start with smart choices. Thanks for watching, And here's to your best night's sleep in years.